Yes, this is episode 200. Holy smokers, I cannot believe that we're at the end of our fourth season, fifth season, right around the corner. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. This is crazy. 200th episode. And you know what, too? I think that this will be the last episode of the year since next Monday is Christmas. The following Monday is what, the first, I
Something
think.
like that.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think this should be it. So look at our virtual backgrounds. We got some nice backgrounds. I got some Christmas stuff going. Steve got some Christmas stuff going. Hunter's here, got some Christmas stuff going. Pretty cool, man. We're also, if you guys don't know, paratalk.org. If you don't know about that, that's where we have all of our episodes from the very beginning. So here's our very beginning of our episode. Episode 1, back in January 6th of 2020, we had Andrew Fuller over SkyTap Paramotor. The second one was Kyle O. We got a lot of really cool stuff. We're going to go through and check out everybody that's been on the show. And if you have been on the show, please go to the guest chat, sign in. Let's make this have 100 people on today.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't be 100, but man, at least more than 6,
How
more than
can we,
12,
how can
more
we
than
can't
24.
be able to thank them all? I want to be able to thank them and for being our guests on the show this past year and all that. That's what it's all about. It's not
Yeah.
about us. It's about you guys. So jump in, man.
Absolutely.
You.
So since we're here and we're chatting, Paramount USA, Linda Anderson, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and why are you on the panel?
Oh my goodness. Well, let's see. Start way back when 2020. I jumped on the podcast train, as you call it, and
That was episode 21, right?
Huh?
That was episode 21.
Yes, episode 21. Yep.
Yeah.
And I've been with you guys ever since. And I can't say enough about my panel and just the journey we've all been on together the last, July, then July next year it'll be like 4 years already. And I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate every one of my guests that been on the show this past year. We couldn't do it without you. And I couldn't do the show without, as I always say, it takes a village. And I couldn't do it without you guys. And I'm just like super excited about tonight. And like I said, I so appreciate you. You've gone through a journey. We've all gone through our journeys together the last 4 years. That's how I look at it. And this has been it's been a good thing for me. It's been a good thing for me. So it brought a lot of things, a lot of closure in my life, and it brought new friends and all that stuff. So yeah. So if you want to be on the show next year,
if you want to be on the show now,
yeah,
come on in. Just let us know.
Where's
let
my
you,
alumni? I know you're out there. I can see you. You're hiding.
You know what we can do? We can actually
Run, but you
pop
can't hide.
in the actual.
You jump in the Zoom.
Yeah, let's go ahead
and say hi.
Add that to the.
Larry Corral, where are you? Where's Larry? Let's see who else. Larry, my buddy. There's a whole bunch of them.
Let me get the.
I'll go through the guests. I'll go through my get in the guest thing, and I'll start going through names.
So here is, let's see.
I'll start yelling out names.
Copy this, and I'm going to add in the link. If you guys want to join this show, you guys are more than welcome to. So I'm going to add the link into here.
So they can get in there.
And you can be in here. So I added the waiting room. That way we don't get, remember that one time we had that, oops. So now if you guys want to, click that, go to the Zoom.
Avery. Let's see, I'm going through the names here.
Well, here you go. Well, let's just go ahead and go to the screenshot and start from the very beginning if you want to. But let's go ahead and continue saying hi to everybody on the panel. So
okay.
Scuba Steve real quick. Scuba Steve, you joined us this year, right?
I joined, I started flying May of last year. And I don't know when I actually got on the panel. because I was watching the show at first, and then I became a guest, and then I've been on the panel ever since. So, I don't know. It's been fun. I see. For the people that don't know, Kevin got another flight in. If that's showing up on my camera or not, that's looks like he flew for 20 minutes for 7 miles, and highest altitude was 939 feet. Go Kevin.
Congratulations, Kevin. That was awesome.
Yeah, I like being on this show because it keeps everything fresh in your mind. You don't want to ever like let stuff go to the side in this sport, because that's when you make mistakes. So this is like a refresher every week. Listen, paramotor talking, because this is the only paramotor talk I get usually. So
Well, excellent. Well, we're definitely glad that you're here. You got that show on Friday. Because you've been doing a podcast for how many years?
Oh,
that long?
11 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And I still don't have no subscriber. Hell, Will's got me beat tenfold. But he's famous, so. You're muted, so you're talking crap without us being able to hear you.
Probably wouldn't have wanted to hear what I said there anyway.
That's hilarious. And so you do your podcast on Fridays, and we can find you over at paramotordude.com, and you talk about vaping, but you seem to talk about paramotors every once in a while.
It happens, man. I mean, if you're a paramotor pilot, you're going to talk about paramotoring.
Ain't that the truth?
The way it goes.
Just like those shirts that say "Warning: may talk about paramotors." Will, you've been here for a while too, buddy.
I have, but we're trying to figure out when I started. That's not really sure. Maybe somewhere around episode 50, somewhere thereabouts, 55, something like that. But yeah, man, I've really enjoyed it. We were talking on the pre-show. We were talking about like we have talked about a lot of freaking things over the years. It's just been it's been a real positive experience, and I look forward to Monday nights because, man, there's some weeks I get so busy I forget to like tap in with my friends and check on things, and so it's a good way to stay grounded. Congratulations, Kevin, on your what number flight was that?
2.
Number 2. Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's a good feeling. I'd love to hear about it too. Have you done a video on it? Yes or no?
I did a TikTok on it, but I hadn't done a video or anything yet.
I have to look you up on TikTok. So yeah, it's really really good to be here. There's Kenny Schnatter. He's Pennsylvania PPG. He congratulated us all on the 200th show.
Well, excellent. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you, Will. It's always good that you are here, and we can always find you over at willflyppg.com, which forwards over to your really cool thing. We got Dana that wants to join, so let's
go ahead. Dana Sheets.
Yeah.
Hunter, do you use Gaggle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just downloaded it actually last week when we were talking.
Yeah, I would definitely upgrade it and do the little thing where you can see air traffic. That helps a lot.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a little check mark you got to turn on. It's Safe Sky or something, and it'll tell you about other aircraft that are in the area.
And you can set it up Bluetooth on like your helmet.
I guess not.
What was the question?
You can set up alerts through your helmet, like via Bluetooth or something.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you have your phone connected to your helmet, yes, absolutely. It's really awesome. And Hunter, you just were on episode 199, and now you're on the panel. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
200. Yeah.
And now we're on 200. Excellent. So thank you, Hunter, for hanging out with us too. And Kevin, you're still trying to get a lot more flights. Weather's been kind of difficult. You live in a different state, Mississippi, trying to come over to Arkansas. It's more fun when you come over and we just hang out and talk about paramotors, even though it's windy or snowy or raining. It's always fun to hang out with you, buddy.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I have a good time. It helps keep my mind off things and gives me something to look forward to, as well as with these this podcast on Monday nights.
Definitely glad that you guys are here. Dana's on, so welcome if you want to. I don't see any.
Video.
They're trying to connect, but I don't see a video or audio, so they keep on disconnecting. I'm not sure why. But anyway, I guess let's go ahead and go through and check out all the cool stuff, all the cool people that we've had on the show since the very beginning, which was way back in the day. Episode 1 was with Andrew Fuller, and 2 was with Kyle O. Now, let me tell you a little something. When we first started over here, did not have the technology of Zoom and all the cool stuff that we have now, right? This is how I did it. Okay. I had a cell phone. I had it on record, and then I was on the phone talking to them.
Darn.
So that
So
was like no YouTube or what?
no, this is I didn't know this technology. I didn't know about Zoom being able to stream to YouTube and to be able to strip out the audio to take the audio over to Podbean. So we've been with Podbean. You can find us on paratalk.org. That's forwards over to the Podbean, which is what you see over here on the screen share. So yeah, that first technology was not much technology. We had Ty on, and we had Will, which was really cool. We had Anthony Vella. So notice Anthony Vella's. He had the coolest thumbnail ever. So me enjoying that and Anthony being awesome as hell, that's where I grabbed mine, the
Yeah.
PPG Grandpa one, because that was really freaking cool. I like the way he did that. So
Striking resemblance there, Sean.
he is much more younger and definitely finer cut and a better voice than me. He has that serious radio voice.
Yes, voice, yeah.
Yeah, he does. Episode 7, we talked about the SkyTap Angel, Taylor. We had what did we do? What was that Paracash? Oh, that's right. So the Paracash is when we went out and we were actually with a bunch of friends, Doug Hargis, and we all went out and did some para caching. So we hid some stuff, used the phone to try to find it as far as using the coordinates, landing, digging up the stuff, or finding it, and winning with the Paracash. So it's another paramotor game thing that we did. That was really cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what you can do the what is that when you look around and try to find all
Geocaching?
Geocaching, yeah, geocaching. So we were trying to do the paracaching. I don't think it really caught on very much, but we started to do that, which was really neat. We
I did
probably
it a little bit, not much, but yeah, it was fun.
the geocaching, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
Actually,
fun.
that's a great way to spend time with your friends, especially like at a fly-in or whatever. We
Mhm.
did that down in Florida, had a blast, even though we didn't find anything.
Yeah, there we are. That was really fun. Jeff Goen on episode 11. Nick. More bonuses. PPG Gorilla, Rick Davies. A new guy, Justin, talking about the SIV course. Tom Kubat and Doug Martin. That was episode 17. Is when we talked with Doug about his crash. Remember that crash, Linda? That's when he was doing his live stream, and then something happened, and then he went down to a flat down spiral, hit the ice and died, and then was brought back by
Doug Martin.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
should message him.
Yeah.
See if he wants to jump in and say hi.
And we
Yeah.
had him back on a couple of times
Yeah.
to see his journey. And he's flying now. He's flying. I think he became an instructor. He flies tandem and trike.
Yeah. He's got a nice he got him a really nice toy hauler. I think it's a toy hauler. Yeah, he got a really nice one to now he can, travel around these instead of traveling around in his van, now he can travel around in his RV. and it was an older one he had on Facebook, but he's doing good. He's such a nice guy. Told you I met him a couple years ago at the fly-in in Howland, Michigan. You know, I stopped by there and he was there, and really cool guy. He's really nice. He's a teacher too. Think he teaches automotive. And
Right, he does teach. That's right.
yeah. Yep. So if you're out there, Doug Martin, jump in the Zoom. Love to see you. I'll leave a mess. I can message him too. Yeah.
There's Jane. Yep.
Good
Episode
peeps.
19.
Yep. So this is the paramotor reserve throw. I think that's where we talked about when I went to the SIV course and through the reserve, which was really neat.
Oh yeah. I
Poker
remember
run.
that.
Never Trust Skinny Chef Shane talked about that. I think that might have been the first time that he was on the show.
Yeah, you know what? He still talks about that to this day. He loves that. He loved that poker run.
Yeah.
Brian Waller, where are you?
Brian Waller, yep, episode 21. We talked
Haven't
about his
seen him
accident.
forever.
Yeah, I know, it's been a long time.
Yes.
We talked about self-training. Philip was talking about his self-training and his story of how he did his self-training. Brady, we talked about the prop strikes, which is always on your back or rack. Harley Mine talked about the 50X challenge. Tried to get, he paramotored through 50 states and raised many thousands of dollars for charity. He wanted $50,000, and I can't remember what he actually did. Do you remember how much money he actually raised when he did that 50X challenge, Harley Mine? I can't remember, but he raised a lot of money in every single state. Can you imagine flying in every single state?
No.
How many states have we all flown in? Not that many.
No.
2 for
No,
me. So
Harley Mills, he is like, he's just an incredible person. You know what I mean?
Yes.
To do something like that, the amount of just sheer determination. I
Yeah.
can't imagine, man. I mean, you know, sometimes to get up in the morning just to like go get your cup of coffee is tough. Could you imagine to get up in the morning to have to like, okay, I've got another 200 miles to cover today over the Rockies or something like that. He's just an awesome man.
Yeah, no matter what the wind was, he says his bump tolerance is really, really good.
Yeah, I bet it is.
And flying almost anything. Matter of fact, this last weekend when Kevin was here, it was kind of bumpy, and I went out and flew the bumps. I mean, to me, I love flying the bumps. You know, I'm just rocking all over the place. I'm bouncing. Kevin's looking at me like, oh, I'm not going up there like that. But yeah, I love the bumps. I don't think that there's any bumps that I would not be afraid of, except if it's a tornado. Then I'd be afraid of that one. But other than that, yeah, I love the bumps. Hunter, you been flying in bumps yet?
Yeah, a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, that tolerance will go up.
Yeah, it already is. And
It already is. Okay.
Pretty fun, actually, feeling the bumps. I actually giggle whenever I hit some lift.
Yeah, I enjoy the bumps too.
I'm more like, whoa. And then when it's a bad one, whoa, okay, I'm landing. You can hear me say it on the mic. Okay, I'm landing.
So is that on your trike or on when you're foot launching? What do you feel more safer on?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because with the trike, you know, I just feel heavier, so the bumps are not that bad. But when they bump hard, I'm worried about how much line stretch I might get. You know, I mean, I know that I won't get a lot, but you know, if you put a lot of G's on your lines, you're stretching it regardless. It might be just, you know, minuscule.
I didn't really feel now the one thing I did notice on the trike is, and I've only flown the trike once, but it seems like it wanted to pull right more. I don't know if it's because I didn't have the motor perfectly straight on that trike. It could be. I mean, it was constantly, I was having to hold left brake to stay straight. Either that or I was going to have to change my trim. So
is that just making you think of how heavy you were loaded on the wing?
No, I don't think it was the load. It honestly, because the way that trike or the way the paramotor mounts on that trike, it's pretty much free. And I tried to get it perfectly straight, but you know, it may be to where I needed to angle it a little bit. And then air would have been blowing the right direction, because it wouldn't have been a big deal. I did get a little bit of oscillation on the trike, but it wasn't bad at all. I mean, it just barely swayed, and one time and I was straight. But that was it. As far as which one feels safer, I guess I feel safer on the trike, but both are great. Foot launch, I mean, I still like foot launching, so I'll do that. But if I get a really big open field, I'll probably use a trike.
How about you, Will? Would you feel safer? You don't fly any trikes though, right?
Never
Now
have.
you flew an Atom 80 and a Monster 185, right? So you started with the Atom 80, now you got the Monster 185. What do you feel safer on, the 80 or the 185, or does it make any difference?
I'd say the Monster is safer. You got more power. So, and so long as the power is managed properly, it can only be, it's only going to help you in a time of need, you know? So, and it did help me. Remember that power line scare?
Yes.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're on the 185 then. This is it's probably good.
Yeah, I was on the 185 just freshly too. Like that was my second or third flight on the Monster. Had I been on the Atom, I just wouldn't have made it. Yeah.
So for those out there that didn't hear or see that one, tell us a little bit about that.
that
scare.
event. So
Yeah,
I was visiting a family farm, and there was this one particular field I wanted to, you know, get down. It was close enough to the farm part where my family was, to where I could just kind of like tool around in that field. So I checked it out on the ground first. Then when I got up in the air, I circled it twice, checked it out, made sure it was fine. Everything was cool. So I came in to the field. As I was coming into the field, which is like right between these trees and this barn, I came in and came around. And as soon as I came around, I could see the freaking power line. No, take that back. I didn't see them yet. You can't see power lines unless conditions are just perfect. If there's bright sun behind it, or even like trees behind it, it can really camouflage a power line. And if you've been flying, you will eventually have, I'm not saying you'll do something scary, it'll be scary to you, but you'll recognize, man, I didn't even see that power line there, but there it is, sure enough. So when I got, man, I can't tell you how close I was. I can't emphasize how close I was. I actually almost brushed the line with the bottom of my raised up feet. That's how freaking close I was. So the split second I saw it, bam, on the power, feet coming up. And I, to this day, couldn't tell you how I missed those power lines, but boy, I did.
Made a good video.
Yeah, well, it's healthy respect. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't hurt, even, you know, if you're new in the sport, to look for the poles, not the lines.
I was gonna say that's what you saw first, right? Was the poles. You didn't see the lines, right?
I saw the pole, but for some reason my mind, it didn't, I don't know. I thought it terminated there, but it didn't terminate there. It just went on. But if you look for the poles and then start looking for the lines, it'll be a lot easier to, you know, kind of connect the dots there. So when I say it's good to be here on Monday night, I mean it. It's good to be here on Monday night.
It's definitely good to be here. Absolutely. I haven't had that kind of scare yet, thank goodness. But you know, I'm hoping that everything that I learned through the podcast, it'll stay in my mind, and I will be a safer pilot because of the podcast. So that's really awesome. We got 33 people watching, so I think we got 6 thumbs up. So if you guys are able to thumb up a little bit, that'd be really awesome. We definitely appreciate it. The more thumbs up on our final episode of this year would be absolutely amazing. You guys want to jump on and be on the panel right here, you guys are more than welcome to. I put the link in the chat. Just scroll back up, click that link. You'll just log into your Zoom first, click that link, and join the show. You're more than welcome to.
Did you see what 55 said in the chat?
What's that?
He said he hit power lines recently. I'd like to hear. First of all, I'm sorry about that. I hope you're okay. And secondly, I'd like to hear your story.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to, this is the way to jump on and be part of the show and be part of the panel and be here for next year, season 5. which is really amazing. I can't believe it. You know, honestly, when I first started this, I did this so I could learn more stuff, right? I wanted to learn more stuff about this, and that's why I actually got or started this. So at 25, Mark McElroy.
Oh, he had a crash? I
Yeah.
never saw that one.
Oh, he had a doozy.
Yeah, he did. Sure did. Shane Bittner, he is very obsessed. His wife was always talking about how all you hear in the bathroom is you know, the motor of the paramotor. And then we got her on with talking with her side of the obsession. It was really awesome. If you haven't seen it, you might want to talk about it. More SIV and throwing reserves, bonuses, what to expect at the SIV. Brandon, we talked about what did we talk about? The prop strikes on the cage. Chris Wheeler, my dog is choking, and
Yeah, he's in Chris is in Columbia.
yeah,
That's
he's
where
in
they live
Columbia.
now.
Yeah, so what they did is they
Yeah.
set up something over in Columbia to where if you want to, as a paramotor pilot, or not even a paramotor pilot, can go there and learn to fly paramotors, learn to fly free flight. So if you want to learn more about that, get up with Chris Wheeler. My dog is choking. Really, really awesome. Who wants to go to Columbia?
Oh,
I do.
are we doing a thumbnail? Wait, okay, give it a minute, because I just messaged Harley. He's gonna jump in for like 15 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. See what he's been up to. Top 20 paramotor pilots to follow on YouTube. This is episode 32.
Okay.
David with 33, crashing. Oh, I remember that one. Hand caught in the prop. Remember that one on episode 34. EFD. Doug Martin talks about his recovery. That's October 6th of 2020, which was really awesome. I'm so glad he's making that awesome recovery. Homemade paramotor and training with Chris Meinberg. Kiting ground handling with Sean Nasker. Brooke Sheffield. Yeah, that's really cool when he jumped on. He stayed on there for a while. John Hudson with True North Paramotors.
I just sent him Harley the link.
I did get to meet John Hudson. Talk with him.
Yeah, John's a trip. I mean, he's really good, very devoted. He makes his own made in the USA paramotor frame, and he sells his True North paramotors. So that's somebody that's really devoted also to this.
Definitely.
Brooke Sheffield's a lot of fun to hang out with too.
He is a
Never
trip.
a dull moment with that guy.
He has a lot of stories, and he tells a lot of good stories too.
555 says he can call in. He just don't have video. As long as you got a mic, dude, or you can use your phone and call in with that also.
Yeah.
Zoom works with your phone.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. Just log into Zoom first on your phone, and then click that link, or you can use the ID and passcode if you want that. I guess I can put the ID and passcode in there real quick too. Let's see, ID and passcode. So
Yeah, I sent the link over to Harley so we can get on.
look, I'll show you. This is the easy way.
So there's
the link on chat. You can click on that. It'll bring you right in the show. How about that? You don't
Oh,
have to
there you go.
Passcode and all that.
Anybody wants to jump in?
Well, that's if you're able to click that link on your phone. If you don't, there's the ID passcode. You're more than welcome to try that one too.
I'd do it, but I don't want to have myself on here twice. But yeah,
Gotcha.
It works.
Episode 42, we raised money for Resurgence PPG with Bart Berry. Paramotor tips and tricks with Larry. Michael, reacting to crash videos. We should probably start doing some more reacting to crash videos. Those were fun. Oh, Gilly. Gilly, on episode 45, unfortunately, he passed away. This year or last year? He was amazing guy, obviously. This is just one of his passions. His passions were everything from racing motorcycles. I think that even did base jumping and stuff. I mean, this guy was awesome. And I can't remember how he passed, but it was a very sad day when we found out that he did. Really awesome guy. Really good show. JT, 46, Crash Videos with Jerry on 47. Engine failure with Stephen Goodpaster, 49. Let's see, and 50, Father and Son. Remember Jim and Morgan? That was a fun show.
Jim Reeves, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's down at Aviator.
Oh, really?
Actually, Jim, I flew first flight with him out of Kitty Hawk, I believe.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing how very small our sport is and how many people you get to see on YouTube that has millions and millions of subscribers, and you watch their videos, and you actually get to see them, talk with them, hang out with them at a different fly-in, and go fly and wingtip touch. It's crazy, and no one feels like, you know, they're better than anybody else. You know, it's like everyone's like, hey, we're friends. It doesn't make a difference if I have 1 million views or none. We're all friends, which is really awesome.
Oh, I got a story about that. Yeah, Kitty
Yeah.
Hawk, because it was back when around COVID or whatever, but we're going to get a bite to eat. And we looked and looked and looked and looked. We could not find a freaking restaurant that was open anywhere in that area. It was crazy because they couldn't get any employees, right? So anyways, you know what we called it?
What?
A failed lunch.
Bum, bum,
Failed
bum.
lunch, get it?
Wow.
We did
That-
eventually find a place to eat. But
That is hilarious. There's Harley. What's up, buddy?
hey,
Hey
Harley.
guys, might be kind of dark in here.
That's all right. If you turn your phone sideways, we'll be able to see you a little bit better on the big screen here. There we go. Holy smokes. It's like you're right here next to us again.
Thanks, Harley.
Gonna
This
fall
is a
over.
mysterious caller. He's calling in anonymous. You know, he's got the spotlight behind him.
So yeah, we're just scrolling through all of our past episodes. We saw you with your 50x challenge, and we're like, hey, let's get him on and see what's up and see what's new.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
For thinking.
Thank you.
You've been doing any other 50x challenges, or anything coming up in the future that we might want to know about?
Yeah, so this one's been kind of hush hush, I think, for a little while now. So when was I on the show last? Because I think I might have done coast to coast with you guys, but probably not the next one.
I can't remember. It was season 1. Let me see if I can scroll down and see when that was.
Yeah, that was
Because-
like 2020 or early 21. Then I've done a couple things since then.
Yeah, because we had John, at least twice, if not 3 times, but I can't remember offhand.
Sure. Well, I can just get into it real quick. I'm sure you got a bunch of other guests, so
I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, we all want to hear about this.
goodness, and my light keeps going off, so I apologize about that. I'm sitting in my truck waiting for a meeting which starts at 6. So
There it is. Tuesday, July 28th of 2020.
2020. Okay, yeah, so quite some time ago. So, I did 50 state tour. After that, I did the coast to coast, and then took a year off. And then last year in 2022, I did an unsupported trip from Sonoma to Oshkosh. And so that had me literally leaving out of an airport at like 4 o'clock in the morning in the pitch black, and took off out of that airport and then flew all the way over the Truckee Mountains and over the Utah Mountains, and eventually made it to Oshkosh 6 days later, and did that totally unsupported, although I did have to reposition in Wyoming due to some broken props. So I messed up real bad.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Props plural, you said.
Yeah, props plural.
Props, I got that.
It was $1,000 day. I broke 2 3-blade 130 props on the same day. So it was
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was the last one. And then I have wanted to do a big water crossing for a while because of course it's something that's quite challenging. And of course it scares most of us in paramotoring. So I had a trip planned initially for last year, which was going to do Alaska to Russia, but that kind of went sideways with the political climate. And so that became the Sonoma to Oshkosh. And then I've had sort of all the planning done to do a Lake Michigan trip to fly across it. And that was completed by somebody else last year. And so I've lost the interest of doing Lake Michigan. But part of what I've wanted to do is an international trip and a big water crossing. And so I have a training trip that's planned for next year to do from Florida to the Bahamas.
Oh,
And,
wow.
So that's
That
going to
would
be a
fun.
pretty big undertaking. And that's just a training trip. It's only going to be about 75 miles across water. There are some closer islands, but that's the one I want to do because I believe the Lake Michigan was just a little less than that in terms of landmass to landmass. So this hopefully sort of jumps over that. And then I have something that's much, much bigger planned for later in the year. And so right now it's a logistical nightmare. I'm still trying to figure some stuff out. The Bahamas from Florida to the Bahamas isn't too bad, but the next one, because it's other international boundaries and sort of not departing out of the US, it could be a little bit more challenging. So, but I think that one will probably cover an excess of 124 miles across water, which I think will be one of the biggest water crossings on a foot launch paramotor. And the total length of that trip will be over 180 miles. So pretty big trip.
That's awesome, actually. Yeah, it sounds like it'd be a crazy logistical put together something like that. I can't even imagine, but it sounds interesting. I can't wait for you to do it. Obviously, please jump on here and tell us about it before you do it and or after the fact so we can get it out there, especially on the podcast. Dude, that's really awesome, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I spent most of last year just focusing on flying airplanes and half of last year flying airplanes and then most of this year flying airplanes. So I'm now a commercially rated pilot. I got my instrument done in December last year, and so I've had that a year now. And the next step is to work on my CFI, which would make me a certified flight instructor. And so there's just one more step. And then, of course, I started my paramotors teaching school this year. I've been a certified paramotor instructor since 2019, I think. And so finally, I put the school together in January, and it's been great. It's been a lot of fun, and I really can't wait to see what next year brings.
That is really awesome. I'm so proud of you, Harley. That's really neat. And your challenges are great. Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine.
Thank you.
Hunter, what I'd like to know, Harley, is like I'd love to be sitting next to you when you get one of these ideas. You know what I mean? It's just like, I got it. I know what I'm gonna do next. You know, but really, how does that come? How do you like come up with something like that? Is it just like a fleeting thought, and then all of a sudden it develops into this grand plan, or what?
I mean, yeah, I think it usually happens when I'm feeling miserable about my life and I want to find something that's going to step it up a level, I think. I think, the international thing is not something that a lot of people have done on a foot launch paramotor. The whole idea of flying from Alaska to Russia because it's so close seemed like a great idea until I really got into it. And realized you kind of legally have to fly, out of one location, and then you have to fly to a port of entry, a legal port of entry. And so that's often the bigger challenge. And so when you come up with an idea, and then you start, looking at maybe, okay, what else could I do? And then you pick something that you investigate a little bit further. And, most of the ones I've figured out are kind of doable, but sometimes a logistical nightmare, which the Alaska-Russia would have been a very, very big logistical challenge, because you have to get from California to Alaska for starters. And then, from one of the major airports there, you've got to get to a really small airport that's out in the middle of nowhere. And then, to cross over into Russia wasn't such a big deal, but to legally land and not land up in the gulag turned out to be a much bigger job. So
It'd be good content.
If you could get the content back here, 20 years later, here's my footage from the gulag, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hunter, you haven't broken a prop yet, right, Hunter?
No, not yet.
Yeah. If that does happen, it kind of sucks, because I don't know if the rest of the guys, but if you break a prop, I know my next launch, I wanted to be real careful. So I ran a long way before I took off, because I wanted to make sure everything was perfect. It throws you out of the groove so bad when you break a prop. Just be aware that it's probably going to make you go, oh, now I really don't want to break this prop. So you're going to take a long launch the next time, I'm guessing.
I don't think I've ever broke a prop on the ground. It's always in the air when I'm flying.
Wow.
Yeah.
I took a butt landing that the prop, like, it almost like took some of the carbon fiber off of it, but it didn't break it.
How'd you do that in the air, Sean?
What's that?
How'd you do it in the air?
Well, a couple of times, right? So I was flying, and then one of my strobes flipped backwards and hit the prop. I was flying, and of course, the Moser 185 thing where the thing cracks. Well, it cracked and exploded and went through the prop. And then I foot dragged a gravel road. Gravel came up and basically destroyed the prop. So
Airbox broke your prop.
And then one time an airbox broke my prop. Yeah. So yeah,
but
it's all flying.
You're breaking a prop, kicking up stones. You must be flying e-prop.
It was a Helix, and the
Helix.
Really? Yeah, wow. The Helix was just embedded. I mean, so it really didn't break. I could probably take it. No, I wouldn't want to do that. But the whole leading edge on both sides is just embedded with rocks.
Yeah.
So one of my didn't really break. It just was embedded with rocks. So you don't really want to fly like that.
Yeah, in my defense, breaking prop, I never broke a prop until I did the 50 state tour. And I've always broken props when I'm really driving real hard to, take off in not so good weather or under difficult conditions, or, when you're at, an airport elevation that's, 8,000 feet and you're at, your density altitude's more like 10, trying to get off the ground then and running an entire football field and still not getting off the ground is kind of my defense for that one. But yeah, it happens.
Yeah. How high were you, did you say?
So
your density altitude?
Where? Yeah, Wyoming, I think the airport was either 7,000 or 8,000, I don't remember specifically, but wow. I had loaded up with 4 gallons of fuel, and I didn't do the math calculation on the density altitude, and the temperature was, over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. So when I went back and recalculated, my density altitude was over 10,000, and in testing of that 18 meter, I had figured out at 8,000 I was maxing out on my density altitude without any wind. So there was just no ways I was gonna get off the ground, and if I just done my performance calculations like you do in an airplane, I would have known that.
Wow.
So it was a bad day.
Yeah, Yeah, I like to fly bigger wings just because I don't like to run a lot on the ground. It's nice to be able to go whoop and get up in the air quick. Matter of fact, I've been flying the Atom 80 for like the longest time, right? So I've lost some weight. I jumped on the Moster 185 with my big wing, and I think I took off like a rocket. It was pretty cool. I forgot about the power of the Moster 185.
Yeah, that's fun. Who else are you having on the show tonight?
Well, it's just us right now, and it looks like Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane will be on, and we're just going through, what we've seen or what we've been doing over the course of the years. Looks like season 2, episode 51, it was what's the difference between PPG and PPC. 52, building a paramotor, building electric paramotors and tearing them down. See, we got Keegan Mold, wow, blacking out in a sat. And let's see, Mark Droids, paramotor fire at 10,000 feet. Remember when his battery caught on fire when he was flying?
Yeah.
Allie talks about face planting. SIV classes with Bart Berry. Bill.
He's up in I'm going to say Minnesota, but that can't be right. He's got to be in Michigan somewhere, if I remember.
Bart Berry?
Yeah,
Oh.
that he was in Michigan, sort of like towards the northern part there on the eastern side.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I know he's up north. I just can't remember. Old Scary Barry. I don't know where he is for sure.
Mainly paramotors, episode 64. Glenn Tepper, 65. Valerie, remember Valerie's with her SIV?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
really cool. She did a lot of photography too, and that photography
Yeah.
with the
fun
underwater sea
show.
creatures. That was pretty cool.
So I remember Valerie because I did my first SIV, and she hadn't been a pilot for very long, her and her husband. And if I remember correctly, they'd come out from Washington State, and they decided to do the SIV to try and sort of improve their confidence.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, that woman was so tough. I would have for sure pooped my trousers trying to try it so soon after learning to fly, but she did one hell of a job. They blew me away just how good they were.
Yeah, I mean, I think that with 6 months after you start to fly, you should probably think about go and check out an SIV course. I mean, my first one was about 6 months after I started flying, and my flying skills skyrocketed. How about that? Skyrocketed, right? After that, I mean, I felt okay. So I was a 6-month pilot. I took the course, and I felt like I've been flying for at least a year. Right. So, I mean, it just doubled my knowledge, and it felt I was so much more in tune with what the wing can do, throwing a reserve. I mean, just so much more. And I definitely recommend doing an SIV if you haven't done so.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe in it. I just don't know if I don't know if I ever feel comfortable making my wing collapse so I can throw a reserve. I don't know.
Oh, well, you mostly you don't try to make your wing collapse to throw a reserve. You throw a reserve, under, while you're going straight, you throw it. You
They don't make you. I thought they made you collapse it and then throw it. Okay.
No. Wing It Woody was on episode 67. More self-training students.
Oh, Andy. Yeah, Andy was just on.
Andy Holmes, yeah.
I think he was just on Robert's show, I believe. Oh, not too long ago.
And here we go. So back in 21, when Shane started doing his hangout, we would upload his hangout as a bonus so we can get more people to go to his show. Oh, there's Walter from Down Under. He was there, episode 75, when we talked with him.
Oh, yeah.
Trike trans.
Trike.
Yeah, that's where Brian Waller was transitioning from foot launch to trike with PPG Pirate.
Will needs to watch that episode.
Which one?
Episode
Foot
7.
launch to trike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's when Brian Waller, and after he did that, I don't think Brian Waller ever went back up again without wheels.
I think he has since, but
Oh,
he's
really?
only, I think so. Don't hold me to it, but I think he's maybe done it once, maybe twice. And yeah, he just loves his retracted trike.
Yeah, I tell you, once you start to trike, it's crazy. Episode 79, we talked about flying the SP-140, flying Flamingo Jade. We got
Yep.
her
Once
to
we start her
put
show.
to do her bonuses on
Yeah.
YouTube. Jim from Canada, with his maple syrup
Where's
on money.
Jim? Where is he tonight?
I don't know.
Where's that goober? Hey,
Yeah,
goober,
his mom
get
is
on
with
here.
Yeah, Goober.
Yeah, goober.
Is
You know who you
self-training a good idea? We talked about that and more self-training. We had a lot of self-training, and everybody that did the self-training, they all said the same thing. Don't do it. They more props, more things were broke than if they would have just went and got a trainer.
Yep.
Episode 87, we talked with Justin Graham. So we have done a lot of podcasting. We've definitely talked with a lot of people. More PPG trikes, PPC discussion. Rob Condella with that carabiner that broke during flight.
So fun. I do. I love finding guests for the show.
2 years and
Every time you
100th
find a
episode.
guest, it's a new friend.
Our 100th episode was 2 years ago, December 14th of 21.
That's weird because that's
I remember
December
like
4th.
it was yesterday.
It's almost the same day. You know, you got 100 on December 14th and 200 on December 18th.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, thank you for noticing that, because I didn't see that either, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So we do about 50 episodes a year.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. Man, you had shows like all through the week then, didn't you?
No, we still did just one every Monday. I don't think we did.
That's just
more
when
than
you
that.
posted them, probably.
Oh,
Paramotor Steve from
Oh.
the Weather Channel.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was a nice guy. That was a fun show.
There's
Yeah,
Danielle from Stay Bad.
Yep.
Shane Wyman.
Yeah, Shane Wyman. He's a Michigander.
Yep. Todd. There's Doug.
Doug's a
again.
Michigander. Oh yeah,
Harley.
that's when he did his
Hey,
update.
there's Harley Mill. Looky
Yeah,
there.
there's Harley's from season 3, episode 110.
See, I knew I had you back on, Harley. After
Yeah, I
the
knew that you were on, or at least
21.
twice.
Yeah.
That was February 2022.
Yep, February 28th, 2022.
Yeah.
So maybe that time flies.
That was a good meeting. That was a good show there with Blackhawk too. Mike Robinson.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Florida. And is he in Florida? No, Mike Cotter's in Florida. I don't know where's Mike out of? Is he out of?
I thought he was California.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in
I
California.
get him mixed up. Yeah, Mike Cotter's he's in Florida right now.
Jerry Flying. More
Jerry.
electric paramotors. Whoops, went too fast. Chris Wheeler again.
That's right.
Mark and Elena was on at 122.
Yep.
Episode.
And I got a new baby.
Fly Guy Alberta was on. Sean and Rachel.
Yep. They're going to be our guests on the 8th.
Hot Butter Steve. Look at there.
Yep. Steve Minty was on episode 125.
That's when he was single.
There's
I
Jeremy
know.
Howe. Jared, go back to 120. Can you get it right there, Jeremy Howe? He's in the chat, I believe.
Yeah, where are
Jeremy.
you, Jeremy? Is Jeremy in the chat?
I think so.
Jeremy, you were on June 27th of
I
22.
can message him, tell him to jump on.
All right, guys. I have to make a run. I got a pretty important meeting to go to. I'm gonna be the
Thank you,
trouble for now.
Harley.
But
Yeah,
thanks
well,
for
it's
having me
good to
on.
chat with you again.
Yeah, always a
Maybe
pleasure,
in the new
Harley.
year as I prepare for this next one, I'll be in touch.
August.
Definitely.
Man,
Yes.
how long was it
Yes,
before I
yes,
got
yes.
on there? Because I trained in May. And we're
Merry
always
Christmas, Harley.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, buddy. Have a good one, buddy.
Harley.
September. Maybe it was October or November. I think that's when I got my gear. So that may be why it was later on.
Oh, Josh was 138, and he's our secretary for Run to the Sky. Oh, PPG Shane is joining us. Kyle Mooney, Avery. That's right.
Okay.
Remember Avery with his $2,500 new paramotor?
Yeah. There, Todd Scott was on there too. He was a little further down.
Over. No,
That was nice to see him when he jumped.
November.
Was it last week he jumped in the Zoom or a week before?
Hey, Shane.
Hey, can you see me?
Yep.
Sorry.
Unfortunately.
Sorry
Shane!
about that.
We
Oh,
can
Linda,
see you,
Linda.
Shane.
Oh my
Woo, we're all
God.
back again.
Wait, whoa. Scuba Steve's here. I'm out.
Mr. Clean for Christmas. What the hell?
Look at the freaking sun Shane has. He just got back. from,
Oh,
like,
hold on,
20
I can.
different cruises.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, matches.
Shane got some sun, lucky duck.
I've been in
Been
Mexico.
cruising.
Yeah, been in
Mexico.
Mexico.
Nice.
I finally took my wife after 30 years of being together on a cruise. I wasn't sure if she was gonna make it, and she stuck out this long, so I figured, well, we can afford a cruise. Let's do it. So here we are. Just freshly back. The luggage is still sitting on the coffee table in the living room because we went to work today. Got in late yesterday, and we decided to do nothing but come home and sit on the couch because we didn't do any lounging or anything while we were there.
So who's doing the turn down service and the little mint on the pillow and stuff like that?
Well, this morning I opened up my bedroom door, and there was not food sitting there.
What?
I know. And then
What?
today, when I got home from work today, I was holding up my cruise card, my room key, and that usually just means bring me a drink. And no one will bring me a drink. The thing is broken. It only works on the ship, apparently.
I tell you, cruises are awesome. Who's been on a cruise? I've been on a cruise. I love cruises. Everybody's been on a cruise. Just not Linda yet. Somebody's got to take Linda on a cruise. Anybody?
Munchkin hasn't been on a cruise.
Hunter and
though.
Linda haven't been on one yet.
What's that?
Hunter hasn't been on one either.
Hunter has not. Oh, Hunter, you need up. There you go, Hunter. Take Linda.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
just the two
I'm
of
gonna
us.
take grandma. I'm taking grandma on the cruise now.
Yeah, and the baby. No, I don't know. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda, there was plenty of mature women on the boat. You'll fit right
Bunch of
in.
cougars.
Well, sure. Yes, cougars. Yes.
You could say it. We have that reputation, you know.
No, Linda, you know what they call an older cougar, right?
Oh
Uh-oh.
gosh. Go ahead, say it.
A deaf leopard.
Pretty funny.
That's
Craig B's
That's
been on
so
11
bad.
cruises.
Who? What?
Craig B in the chat's been on 11 cruises so far.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
I think I've been on 2 or 3.
We've
Yeah,
been on.
Munchkin's 0.
We've
She's
been on
not-
a cruise at least once a year, except for when COVID hit and we weren't able to
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't go during spring break. That would be a bad cruise. Unless you're really young and you just want to party that hard.
Well,
Well,
we went multiple nights up to 5 a.m., just so you know. And we're not young.
Heck yeah.
See,
Just-
well, that's that adrenaline, you know, when you're on the ship like that and everybody's running around partying, you can't
Mm.
help but, hang with
And-
everybody.
And the pizzas usually still goes until 4 o'clock in the morning. So get that pizza, right?
Oh yeah.
I just needed Long Island iced teas. We're good to go.
Oh man, I'm telling you, that stuff is awesome.
24/7, man. You can get pizza all day long if you want, but yeah, drinks too.
It's
Well, Sean-
amazing. Drinks usually will cost more than the whole cruise itself. When you see your drink list and what it costs and how much it costs for the cruise, you're like, oh shit. I could have went on another cruise for all those drinks that I drank.
Oh, I can't
That's-
imagine. Oh my
That's why
God.
you get the drink package,
Mm-hmm.
Ah, smart,
and you don't worry about it.
Yep.
smart man.
Oh, you just bootleg it, huh?
They didn't have that when I went. They only had the soda card. You got unlimited free soda, but drinks you had to pay for, which sucked.
Steve said the last cruise he went on was called the Titanic.
Wasn't that far back, but yeah, it's been a while.
Need to go on a cruise again. I tell you what, my mom loves Skinny Chef because she used to watch the show. I mean, she always watched the show. She watches the show and loves this guy. He always talks about that guy. He is so funny. That Skinny Chef is so
Oh
funny.
gosh.
Yeah, my mom just
Did you
loves
say,
him.
did you tell him, did you say, Mom, don't encourage him?
Yeah, that's what you always should say.
Yeah, mom
Bonnie,
loves
Bonnie
him.
Franz wants to know where Butch Fly is.
Oh, Butch Fly. I think he is kicking back at his pad, and he doesn't have internet yet. And Bonnie Franz, we got your card. Thank you very much. It was very, very nice of you. We
Oh,
appreciate
yes, I got your card, Bonnie. I'm
That's
just
better.
waiting on my stamps that I ordered so I can get a bunch of cards out because they're coming in like hotcakes right now. But thank you, Bonnie, so much. I love you, girl.
I think that was
I
my
didn't forget
first
about you.
glider experiences when I was on a cruise. So because they had parasailing, and I was like, oh, I got to do that.
Oh, you did parasailing on a cruise ship?
Not
No,
on the cruise
no,
ship.
the
When we got to
excursion.
the
Oh,
Yeah.
the skirt. Okay.
well, it wasn't really an
Gotcha.
excursion. We was walking around and we were like, hey, I think they're parasailing. And they were like, yeah, man, it's like 40 or 50 bucks, take you up. I went up with some other girl. I don't know who she was. And it was really cool. I was like, I could so do this. And then I went hang gliding after that and then paramotoring. So there you go.
The rest is history, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Well, Sean, I'd like to congratulate you on the 200th episode.
Well, thank you, sir. We miss you a lot and your humor, of
Yeah.
course.
Hey, you brought it up to 200, Shane. You've got like 4 or 5 of them in there at least.
Yes, this is true.
Hey, Craig B says that he really misses your show. He wants you to bring it back.
Yeah, I think everybody does. It's kind of bullcrap. What are we supposed to do on Tuesdays now?
I know,
Well,
right?
well, hold on, gentlemen and one lady. So we have I was planning on this before we went on the cruise, and the cruise kind of snuck up on us, so we've been behind on many things. One Tuesday night show is going to be coming back. We're gonna not have Mark. We're gonna replace him with someone almost as good looking. It's gonna be Krista, Cupcake Krista, and Will Fly. And it's not necessarily. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I absolutely love Friday night shows with Scuba Steve, and I kind of want that a little touch of that. So we're not just going to strictly talk about paramotors. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. But I will tell you, and this is from Florida, Florida Flight Sports in Florida. Rick Davies, PPG Gorilla. For the March 21st fly-in called Fly It for Gauge is giving away a paramotor for a raffle.
Wow.
What? Man, I
Nice.
gotta go. I gotta go for sure now.
Gotta go, because
So-
that's
I'm
the
going
present to win.
So we're gonna have a paramotor giveaway, and I don't have all the information yet. It literally was given to me the day before I left, so we didn't really have time to talk about it. And we're giving another $3,100 e-bike from Just Us e-bikes that donated one last year, and he's donated another one this year.
Let me tell you, those are some nice freaking bikes. Really, really nice.
I might have raffled one away and bought one. I'm not sure how that worked out. I ride that thing all the time. I'm like,
Hey, I don't even, if you spend money on a raffle, to win the e-bike and you don't win, I really don't care because the money's going to a good cause anyway.
Yes.
It's not like you're just blowing money on a raffle. You're actually putting money towards a good cause, which I appreciate the whole thing.
Which all proceeds go to my son's scholarship that we created in his name, called the Gage Robbins Good Citizenship Scholarship. We were giving away one $500 scholarship a year, and now we're doing two 1,000s.
Nice.
So it is between Bad Apples last year donating the $5,000 to us, and then we raised another 5,000. We need a little bit of seed money for the up and coming year to pay for liability, the porta potties, the dumpster.
Sure.
There's a bunch of stuff. Anyways, so yeah, it's gonna be. I would like to be able to do more scholarships per year as this grows, but it will be again at the Bowling Green. It's called Hardy Lakes County Park. Will, would you fly there?
Oh, heck yeah. And I'm going to fly there again. It's a great place to fly. I mean, it's just a perfect place for the family because there's something for everybody. We were just talking about it earlier too. That's where I did the first geocaching I had ever done.
Oh yeah, after the storm. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's just a real neat event.
Yeah, Will was saying you still talk about that paramotor poker run thing.
The poker run.
Yeah. That was the first real, I guess you'd call it fly-in, that we went from Wauchula Airport to Avon Park Airport and then back. I didn't quite make it back as a new pilot in rough air, and yeah, dude, I was just like, all right, I gotta land out. I landed out in the pasture, just hope a cow didn't come and get me like a bull. My wife ended up picking up, I think, 4 pilots, me being one of them, and having Smart Car Brian's wife and daughter in a car. Well, Brian's kid was in the car seat. So all the wings were shoved in the back seat over top of the baby, and 4 pilots and 4 paramotors. Everybody's hanging on. It was pretty fun.
Sean, you were wrong again, just saying.
Sean was wrong about what?
This show is going to go exactly 1 hour.
Well, Shane jumped on. I can't. He jumped on where we were going to go at the end of the show.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
3 hours later.
Normally I get sent the link in the Facebook Messenger and it goes right to it. Now I had to download Zoom. I had to give like Social Security. There's a prince from some other country.
Muskin said you're lying. He knows how to get on Zoom. It's bull crap.
No, I literally tried it from my phone. It wouldn't work, so I got on the computer. I had to download Zoom.
Oh, you're talking about Sean, yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Anyway,
if Shane didn't jump in, we would have been ended exactly at 1 hour. This was going to be our only time that we stopped at 1 hour. Shane jumped in, Harley jumped in. So guess what? No problem. Just as always, we continue to go. Somebody just took off their glasses, so I know what that means. It's time for the thumbnail.
Yeah. Now that we got Shaney here, we'll do.
Wait. My whole hat's not showing.
Let me get my hair right.
Yeah, get your hair right.
Oh, there it is.
Shane uses up way too much hair products.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let us know, Will.
2, 3. Got it.
Do you know how hard
my heart's not working?
Do you know how hard it is to hold these cheeks up that long? It's gotta be quicker.
My heart never works.
Resistance training.
Yeah. It's called gravity.
Oh, are we done?
It doesn't take that long to take a still photo.
Well, I thought you were doing a retake or something.
It's not with gunpowder anymore.
Did you go to Cozumel, Shane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. It's awesome.
We went to Cozumel and what is it? Costa Maya.
Coco Cay?
No, Costa Maya and Cozumel, and we first stopped at MSC's private island for 2 days, Ocean Cay, and then
okay.
It took us longer to walk from the boat to Costa Maya, and get turned away because of, well, turned off, I should say, by all the aggressive.
Oh,
people.
they're very aggressive.
So
I went to Senior Frogs in Cozumel.
Yep.
That's fine. I had to take a taxi back to the ship. I was messed up.
Well, we honestly didn't make it 20 minutes, and I could see Krista wasn't comfortable. I wasn't comfortable. We just said screw it. We walked back to the ship, and we spent the rest of the day just having a good time. And
There
then
you
when
go.
we went to Cozumel, it was absolutely opposite. I shouldn't say it was less abrasive and less sales pressure.
Yeah.
We actually bought stuff there. If we'd have been left alone, we would have probably bought a bunch of stuff, but they just wouldn't leave us alone. They were trying to pull us into different stores, and I'm like, I'm not with this. So Cozumel was much better. We ended up buying some souvenirs. I bought this shirt. Not that you can see it, but anyways, I just put it on now because, well, it's Sean's show, and I got to make sure I wear something fresh and new.
Is Cozumel the one that's that little island off of Cancun? Is that Cozumel?
You got Google, right?
Yeah, man. Make me think this late.
Hey, listen, I just got on a boat, and next thing I know, I didn't see land, and then I got to an island, and Krista and I walked around the island, which is a huge island, and then we got back on the boat for lunch, and then it started raining. We never got back on that island. I was just like, all right, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
So,
As soon as you get off the ship, they got the duty-free store right there. You can buy all the liquor and cigarettes. Tax.
Oh, yeah.
They funnel
Yep.
you through the store first, and then you can go out to the island.
Yeah.
We see how they do that.
I don't know how many things of Crown Royal, because it was like I paid $40 and got like 4 giant bottles of Crown Royal. I was like, yeah, this is awesome.
It's amazing how much stuff you can get.
Yeah.
Oh, I will tell you the most amazing part is the pharmacy, because you don't need a prescription to go in and get anything you want.
Yeah.
And you don't even pay sales tax or state tax. If it's $20, you pay $20. So you can get everything. Will, the little blue pill, all yours, $15 a pill.
Yeah.
Some things you got to use on the island because you can't bring it back on the ship.
Oh, you can get Percocets, you can get whatever. I was like, holy, and you just walk in, it's just sitting there. It's not behind the counter, it's whatever. And so Krista needed some cream for her back, and we got, what's it called?
Gabapentin.
No. What's the cream called?
Voltaren gel.
And even with my insurance, I was paying $20-something for it. It was $20 there. So I was like,
you can get that over at Walmart. They sell it over the counter now for
yes, this is prescription strength, but it's a little weaker the over the counter. But anyways, long story short, we went and bought that, and we were out. I was just like, we looked around. I was like, holy crap, you can get all this stuff, and I'm like, anybody that's got a pill problem, that's probably the place to go.
Yeah, take a cruise so you can buy cheap medication.
Yeah, makes sense, right? You can drink. Hey, you can drink the entire time while you're going to it.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to see this. Let me turn my background off. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the same. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Bonnie. So yeah, Cozumel is right close to Cancun. So did you go to Cancun?
No, but I want you guys to see this. All right. Is it? Okay, hold on. Why is it not? Oh, it's not picked up. It's not that camera. Shoot. I got the doggone balancing this camera for no reason, apparently. Hold on. Hold on. You guys ready for this?
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can you see him?
Hold on. Let me spotlight it for everyone. All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Jack.
Oh, wow.
Off the couch, Jack.
Off the couch.
Oh, funny. That look.
I think he misses us.
I think the dog has become a shelf. You got like a jacket laid across with cell phones and keys and all kinds of crap on top of the dog.
Hey, he's a person too. He likes clothes. I laid my jacket on him, and he was just so happy about it. He's like, all right, I'm good.
I have to say, I have sat on that couch. That's a famous couch.
I don't know why. That was so weird. You and Mark both came into my house, and the first thing you're like, "Where do you do your videoing at?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Step aside.
Over here? Like, I don't know.
People moved out, so.
Oh yeah, our daughter moved out, so we're empty nesters now, except for a big Rottweiler. Hey, when you moving out? Hey, when you moving out, bro?
No, stop.
Oh, apparently you're moving out now.
Hey, no, Bub.
He started getting off the
Stay
couch.
down.
I would say one day you can walk around the house in your drawers, but you probably did that anyway.
God.
He's done. He's done. He's moving. Come on, get.
Don't guys do that anyway? They just walk around in their shorts.
It depends on who you're living with, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not wearing anything other than this T-shirt right now.
There you
All right,
go.
you don't want to see me stand up either.
Come on, Bubs. Oh, come here,
Sean
right here.
with his SpongeBob boxers on right now. I know.
Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Oh, shoot. All right, we're ready. Let's see where Jack's at now. Here we go. And hey, I got to turn.
And invisible. All right.
Yeah.
We all went invisible. All we see is a bridge.
We said green background, but apparently, Jack, you don't come up on a screen, just so you know. All right, here he is. Oh,
Okay,
come here.
that's okay.
Come here, dummy. Jack. Come here. Oh, there's your good boy.
That's a good dog right there. Just a big.
Yeah. Big old baby. Oh.
Anybody else have dogs on the panel and by your feet that you want to show? Where's my dog? Where's my dogs?
Oh,
What?
mine's in there, and if I pick her up, she'll get ill about it. It's too
Okay.
small.
My Chihuahua's over there snoozing.
That's what I got, a Chihuahua.
Why?
I know, right?
You got a Chihuahua? I didn't know you had a Chihuahua.
Yeah,
Ever seen my
we
Chihuahua?
we
Fine.
rescued the little three-legged 15-year-old Chihuahua that was going to be euthanized.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. I thought Steve said he had a Chihuahua.
No, we're going to go get Chihuahuas, and Jack actually thinks he's about the size of a Chihuahua.
Yeah. Where's your arm? Where's your arm, baby?
Buddy.
Where's your
What's
arm, baby?
What's up, tripod?
Little tripod, baby. He goes, "Why'd you wake me up for this?"
Yeah,
Oh, look at
she's
all my
not
baby.
too happy about it. She's very old.
How old is your
Like,
puppy?
what do you want? Why'd you wake me up?
How old is
Scuba's
your puppy?
model's got 4 legs though.
You can see
Oh.
her eyes. Yeah, she's about blind at this point.
How old
Thinks
is
you
your
look
dog?
good, Steve.
How old is
Yeah.
your dog, Steve?
Like 16 years old.
Yeah, that's what this one is. 16 now.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's like, let me go so I can go back and lay down. This dog, that's all it wants to do is lay down.
there's my
Is that a
baby.
bark collar, John?
No, this has the
Her collar.
no, this has the Apple.
Oh, the air tag.
Air tag.
All my dogs have air tags.
In case that dog makes it to what, the mailbox?
You have no idea. Since we got this dog, this thing runs around like it's 2 years old now. I mean, it's fast. Fastest 3-legged dog I think I've ever seen. Did I wake you up too quick? You want to say hi to everybody?
Buddy.
Where'd you go?
Oh, just ate Sean.
Good boy. I'll let you go back to sleep.
Uh-oh.
He goes, "Oh,
Go
thank
back
you."
and lay down.
Okay, with this again.
Well, guys, 200 episode. Shane, how many episodes you been on? You were on since episode 20, 19, 18, something like that. You've been on for a long, long time.
I absolutely love how you just forget how this all started.
Well, I know exactly how it started.
And we started it together, but somehow I missed the first 18, 19 shows.
no, I think that we went from that other show
Yeah.
ours on the 21st.
No, I'm saying we talked to each other about doing the start of another show, this
Yep.
one.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make me from the very beginning of the show.
Yep, from the old show to the very beginning of this show. Absolutely. You're
Yes.
yep. You're What do they call
OG.
it?
OG.
Yep.
Hey,
Original
Anyways.
gangsta.
Oh,
right,
Oh,
now I-
grandpa. Okay.
Original grandpa.
Not yet. Not yet.
Bonnie Fran says your dog eats better than she does. Is that true, Sean?
That is true. My dog gets real food. We cook them steak, we cook them hamburgers, pork chops, all that stuff. They have a little bit of vegetables and salad. Yes, they eat just like a human.
Nice.
They don't get food
Dapper
killed.
Romeo.
Jack doesn't do very well with just plain dog food. We got to put Parmesan cheese in it, some juices of whatever we had for dinner, whatever.
Parmesan cheese, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. I've had picky eaters before, and especially when they get
You
older.
okay?
No, he's not
Never even
picky.
thought about
He's
that.
demanding.
It's all right.
He's not picky. He's demanding.
Well,
He'll-
cheese usually makes them toot their stinky toots, so we try to stay away from cheese.
Jack thinks his tutu smell like roses. Right, Bubbles?
I think all the dogs think their toots smell like roses.
Does he
Your
like peanut butter?
They,
Dogs love peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
my dogs like peanut butter except for Duke. Duke doesn't like peanut butter, the little three-legged chihuahua. Hunter, Kevin, you got dogs?
Small,
I have a blue healer.
but that doesn't work.
Ooh,
for
Yep.
mom, I bet shit called it.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
have-
saw the
Yeah.
picture of your son and the dog right. Yeah, dog's right there, like protecting him.
Are you
They,
crying?
those dogs are the blue heelers. I used to have one, and they're so smart. They are so smart.
I looked
Looks
under
like
the
he's
tree.
doing. He's doing good with the baby. From the pictures, he's
Yeah.
because I know they're very protective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take their dog up on their paramotor next?
Sometimes it's-
Not me.
No, I'm not- no.
I need a
I
Figured
tandem.
I'd put a kiting harness on mine.
I need
I
a
looked under
tandem
the tree. I don't
license.
see a box big enough for a paramotor. I'm kind of disappointed.
I'm gonna need a bigger wing and a tandem license because he's 115 pounds. That's a whole nother person.
Goodness gracious.
Well, the cool thing is you don't need a tandem exemption for a dog.
Well, getting one I heard is rough.
Hunter, your dog would be hurting the like people running across the field, the foot launchers trying to get up in the air. He'd be like running right behind them, nipping at their back of their legs. Get up in the air, get up in the air.
Yep.
Because they're working dogs. So
Keep me posted,
yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
If you get your dog in a harness with a little 49cc motor on them
Medicines.
and a little remote control, now that would be cool. Now that would be a video.
Wow.
You want your videos to go viral? Get your dog a little remote control thing. Let him run. He kites the wing and you go.
Yeah.
That would
Just
be
have to get the
funny.
dog to chase
Yeah.
something. It would work. Get him up to speed real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That
That
would be
awesome.
that'd be funny.
Somebody's listening to this right now going,
World's first. All right, I can do that. Yeah, do it.
I always want to do that Guinness book.
Oh,
Kevin, you
yeah.
said you had 4 dogs?
4.
Mm.
Dogs.
Oh, 1 dog, 3 cats.
I can't imagine having 4 dogs. Well, I haven't got 3 because seriously, at 3 dogs, I can only
We were
walk.
wondering.
It's really
We
hard
had
to
pizza
walk
crust. It was all good.
3 dogs.
It's yeah, I've had 4 dogs at the same time and just
All right. Well,
yeah,
let me
they're
know.
fun. They're
Wait.
fun.
The shirt from the person that's in chat, Lift
Let me
Paramotor,
know
is that the
how
same?
you're feeling and what you think, and if you get
What's
a
that,
sensor, and if anything turns for
Is the shirt you're wearing the same Lift Paramotor that's in chat?
Yeah, it's Austin.
Like flu,
Cool.
dumbass COVID.
Yeah, man, I hear, is that,
Shane, you got a lot of
Okay.
background talking.
Krista, you gotta go.
Love you.
We got important things to do over here.
love you, Krista.
Everybody can hear you.
We heard everything.
Yeah, we
You'll
heard
get your
everything.
chance soon enough. She's ready to go live now. Look at her.
Yeah, when my daughter left, we lost 3 cats and a dog and a kid. My house is empty.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, Cover's gone?
Yep, Cover, the 3 cats, Howard, Iris,
no.
and what is Gizmo? But I called it Frank because I didn't like the name Gizmo
Genji?
or Genji. Yeah, that was it, Genji. So
Iris.
I called it Frank. But Frank's a kitten, and he was kind of a chaotic little beast.
You liked him.
I did like him. He beat up my Rottweiler as a little kitten. Can't have that.
You liked him and you can't have that.
Oh, look at him.
I
Yeah,
love my Miss Molly. I adopted. Actually, next month will be the 14th. Will be a year that I went to the Humane Society and brought her home. The Little Travis Bay Humane Society, and brought her home, and she's so fun. They're such good company. They really are. Whether it's a dog or a cat, it just made more sense to get a cat instead of a dog. So, I'm in an apartment. I didn't think it. I've had dogs in apartments before, and it's just they don't mix. It depends what kind of dog it is, but they need a yard and everything. So, and I
think
can't imagine. I
everybody-
live upstairs, so I can't imagine trying to take the dog out in the middle of the night in the snow. No, thank you. So,
Yeah.
a kitty it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think anybody that rescues or has a pet or a dog, I think that they're probably really awesome people, to bring something else into your home and take care of them. You got to be an awesome person.
Not like Shane, who paid for his dog.
What? Pay for a dog? I tell you though, the rescues
I
are the
had to
most
pay for
expensive
Molly
free
just-
dogs that you'll ever get. I mean,
Mhm.
on our first one that we got, we spent over $2,000 for surgery because he had some sort of issue, so we had to get that fixed. So I mean, these free dogs are expensive.
Well, I think my other two big dogs that I had in Arizona, I got them. They were in a foster home type thing or whatever when I adopted them when they were puppies. But my little Yorkie mix, it was actually my neighbor's dog across the street, and he was in his last stages of emphysema. So when he would go in the hospital, I would take care of his doggy, and the dog got really attached to me. Got used to me. Would actually look for me when I come home from work, and everything. So I make long story short, the owner had to go into hospice, so he asked if I'd take his dog, and I did. I kept him for 6 years, and then of course
January 8th.
I
Oh,
moved,
okay.
So
That took a while to get on the show. Okay, I didn't know when it was.
Well, this year, apparently, the very beginning of this year.
Yeah.
but we're so glad you did, Scuba, because look at it now, you're part of the panel, and
I
now
gotta throw some
and
boring stuff in here to calm the
we
show
love
down
you,
a little
Scuba.
bit.
It was really, yeah. I mean,
Mike
everybody.
Potter, my Michigander. Jeremy, where are you? Are you in the chat? Where are you, dude?
He was in the chat earlier.
See, well, how come he didn't jump in?
I don't know.
Jump in the Zoomy.
Well, it was only going to be an hour-long show anyways. Remember?
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Well, we tried our best. Like I said, there it is. Flight for Gauge, episode 166, April 17th of 23.
Go all the way to number 1. You're gonna be a minute. That's a long man. All that description. I don't put nothing down.
Oh, 2020.
Yeah, our first one was with Andrew Fuller.
Yeah.
Second one was with there's Will Fly. Remember the Will Fly? Remember when you were trying to do that live show?
Oh yeah, we got our time zones mixed up.
Yeah, we did. And then our second one was Kyle O.
I'm still trying to get Mad Sloper on the show. He said he's gonna let me know. So I've been asking him. Tell him, come on, you need to get back on the show.
Yeah, I
I
want to hear about
the
that
electric
one.
paramotors.
Yep.
Yeah, we it's always fun to I think that there's Susan Ray.
Susan Ray, I love you, girl. If you're
we're with her
watching.
now.
Butch Fly.
We miss you, Butch. I know he's not watching though, unless he's
No.
listening to it.
Oh, we do miss you, Butch, that's for sure. Speaking
It-
about Butch, we decided to make this podcast part of the nonprofit. So, this is actually a nonprofit podcast. And we're also, I wasn't saying anything. Oh, Jeff going back in October 25th. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. We got
190.
back on the show.
So another thing that we're doing that no one knows about except for people on the board is that I'm donating Paramotor Arkansas to Run Into the Sky nonprofit. So it'll be a nonprofit flight school in conjunction with the nonprofit to help disabled vets. And we got this Paramotor podcast too. So everything is going to be all nonprofit. And anybody that's on a payment plan currently with Paramotor Arkansas for flight school, as of right now, everything has been waived. You are clear. Kevin, right now, you're clear. Anything that you haven't paid, you're done. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Dang, man, that's nice.
I was on a payment plan for a second factory R with a big giant trike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, me too.
Hey, if you would have done it, right? If you would have done it, all your payment plans are now waived because it's the end of the year. So since I'm donating this over to the nonprofit, kind of got to just clear everything out. So it works for you guys. So Merry Christmas.
Man,
Very nice.
We
That's cool.
appreciate everybody that has gone through the flight school. We appreciate everybody that's helped us out with the nonprofit. Everybody on this podcast, we appreciate a lot. And I just can't wait. I mean, this is over and beyond me, right? When I go, I want this to continue to go forever. And that's the only way that I can see that, Paramount Arkansas, Run to the Sky, this podcast will go on forever. And I'm not going to live forever, but I sure would like to see this at year 100. I know I'm going to be gone way before then. I hope that this still goes on 1,000 episodes, 2,000, 1,000,000 episodes. I want this to be forever. So that's why I'm donating everything.
nice.
What a
That's cool.
Merry
very
Christmas.
cool.
It's
Merry,
so
Merry-
weird that we got so many pilots now, but so few shows. I don't get it.
Well, the first one, back when I first started, Anthony Vella did amazing podcast. He did a great podcast, loved it. The Aviator Show, they did a great podcast on YouTube, and it was awesome. And when they stopped doing that, I'm like, well, I'm gonna jump in and start a podcast, and I've been there ever since. And I love it. I mean, it's fun. It's great.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work too. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts to a show, with the guests.
It is.
So I appreciate you putting this all together, Sean.
I
Well,
know
don't
that
forget David Wolf, I
yeah,
think
David, who?
isn't he the one, didn't he was the one that started the first show, and then Robert I think he started his, or was it opposite? Robert started his and then it was David, everybody, when people start doing their shows. Because I can still go back on Robert's shows and I can watch the first show that he was on and who he had on there. And it's so funny. That was all the way back 2018, I think, or 2000.
Yeah, I was watching David Wolf too. He was one of the first shows that I was watching also. So, I mean, it was those three shows that were like up there, and of course with Robert Michaels, but he was just free flight at the time. And I wasn't interested in just free flight. So, I mean, I listened to his shows a couple of times, but my thing was all about paramotors.
Yeah.
Free flight, it's like, I want to go, I want to travel, I want to, do cross countries. And I know that you can do that when you're free flying, but you're only going in one direction, and that's with the wind. So I think that I like the paramotor. Who'd rather just do paramotor, or who would rather just do free flying? I think paramotor is my thing. Anybody else want to do like free flying, or that's part of their?
No, I'd have to find a mountain then.
Yeah, I'd like to try free flight, but I mean, I've never tried it, so I don't know. All I've ever known is airplanes and paramotors.
Yeah.
Can I paramotor to the top of the mountain and then run off with my motor not running? Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't want to climb a mountain. Look at me.
Oh.
I am built to be a cruise passenger, not a climber.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, what I always thought was, well, with the motor, and I like to do this, is I like to go up, fly up, kill my motor, and then just glide. I mean, we're powered paragliders, so use the motor to get up to 5,000 feet or more, and then just glide. Then before you get down, start back up and go back up again. It just seems more convenient. And I'm more of a convenient guy than hiking up a mountain or hike and fly or finding a mountain and parawaiting up there for the right time and not just sled riding down. And, if you do get some good thermals, then what, you're 100 miles away and you have to Uber back?
Yeah,
You can
we're
have
getting
the best of both worlds there, like with an electric paramotor or whatever. I mean, I have still not gone up and turned off my motor.
Why
Oh,
not?
really?
Wow.
Unintentionally. I mean,
Oh.
my motor has died. I've had 4 or 5 motor outs, but
It's the same thing.
yeah, I mean, I think I would enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
My first time going to a mile high, I didn't turn my motor back on until about 2,000 feet. Oh, I tried to turn my motor back on. It didn't happen all the way until it hit the ground or landed on the ground, I should say. Oh,
Yeah,
that
hit
video,
the ground. What?
that video looked like I was Jane Fonda in a workout. Just crank it, just crank it.
And then all that time I was like, oh man, I forgot to turn it on.
No,
I don't know where Sean posted that video of Kevin landing. It's like, yeah, and there's Kevin landing.
Well,
On his face.
Kevin posted that on his TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I knew Sean was above Kevin the whole time. When I was watching the flight, it was showing Sean like 300 or 400 feet above him, just looking down at him. But
He's got me on. He's videoing me, watching me fly around. But my very first, my second landing was better than my first landing. My second landing, though, but my first landing, I came in on my butt, picked my legs up, and I don't know. It was
hey, it's an improvement,
Yeah.
So there you go. And then your third landing might be on your feet.
Hopefully,
be like, what the hell? What do I do now?
Hopefully so.
Yeah. And it was butter smooth. It was butter smooth when we went up. It was really nice. It was that one time it was like bumpy all day long, and then that last hour before sunset, it was just butter smooth.
Oh.
God, I love butter smooth.
How many of you have, okay, so you gotta talk about like how many, have any of you, like when you first were learning to fly, whatever, have any of you like butt landed or turtled it?
That's
I'm
me.
glad that you said that. When I first started, obviously, I was
I want to hear
looking at videos and stuff. And I knew not to sit. I knew not to lean back and turtle. I knew not to, sit too soon. Do not, I knew it all. So I knew that I wasn't going to be that guy, right? My first 5 flights, I was every single one of those guys. I turtled. I sat too soon. I landed on my butt. I skidded on my knees. I did it all the first 5 flights. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
I knew not to, and I still did. So
And what year was that? When did you start flying?
that was 2018 is when I first started. 2019 is when I first did my free flight, and then I did my paramotor. So
Who
yeah.
was your instructor, sir?
I don't know.
I forget all these.
Well, the thing is, I know that when I was talking with them, I said that I would, talk about him and stuff like that, and he said that he's not much of the online thing. So I don't know if he wants me to still talk about him or say his name or not.
Oh,
But
you don't have to.
really good instructor.
Okay, you don't have to say it then.
Up north of Arkansas, been
Okay.
flying for 20 plus years. His love is all about flying and free flying. And he still does. He took me on, gave me a wing to kite with at my house. One of the best guys out there. Did
Okay.
a lot for me. So
Okay. And Scuba, you might as well tell your stories, your turtle stories.
Well, my first launch attempt, I won't say I jumped in my seat too soon. I kind of got scooped into my seat. I think I had my harness adjusted wrong. As soon as it scooped me up, I flew about 30 feet right back down into the ground, which is, if you get in your seat too early, you'll know, because you won't go up, you'll go down. You're right in the ground.
Didn't that scare you? Did it kind of knock the
It
wind out of
wasn't
you? That would
scary.
scare
It
me.
made me mad at myself for basically getting in my seat too early. It's not like I tried to get in my seat, but that's what happened. My next flight, which I posted that video of my first flight, you can see me lean back. I was trying so hard to lean back so that I wouldn't go into my seat. And my feet are just barely touching the ground, and I finally get in the air. And that was with an Atom 80. So I had to run a lot further than the motor I have now, which is the factory R. And then I think I only had 2 or 3 flights in training, and then came back here, got my equipment brand new, took my first flight at a fly-in with my own equipment. And when I landed, it wasn't the best landing. I mean, I landed kind of hard. My strobe flew off, but it was only on a magnet, and I wasn't ready for the weight. And then boom, turtle, straight up turtle, fell back on my back, looking up at the sky. And then the very next mistake I had after that was the prop break. And I had on those Hey Dude shoes, which are very slippery on wet grass, let me tell you. I started running and I slipped to the left. And when I did, I was on the gas at the time. So when it came down, it caught just the edge. It broke the very edge of the prop off. But that's enough to go, nope, not flying this thing. Then the next flight I took a video of. It says, I think it's Soar the Shore 2022 or something. You'll see I take a really long time on the basically the run up, and then I finally take off. It was pretty cool though. But yeah, that's my bad. The rest of them have been pretty normal landings and stuff. So besides the trike one that was like, whoa, almost hitting the truck.
It's a learning thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I'm glad I double checked. You know, that's that Sean's showing that video. I'm glad I double checked my straps, because one time I thought I was all buckled in, and I went to check my legs and I pulled on one of them and it popped right loose. And I was like, oh,
this is my instructor right here, Britton Shaw. I'm gonna shout him out anyways, Britton Shaw.
Oh, he looks good.
And
you're ready to go. I think you'll be able to do it.
Look at that teenage Sean. What the hell?
So yep,
I know, baby face.
That was my first flight.
Teenage Sean.
We didn't see the launch.
He still holds his legs the same way in every damn camera shoot he does.
Absolutely. So yeah, that was the first one. Did the free flight, enjoyed that, and did the powered one later on. And I think I like the powered better. You know, it was fun doing the sled ride down, but that's a long time to go up the mountain, wait for the right time, go, and then just down. It's like, man, I can do that by going up to 5,000 feet and turn off the motor. I was same thing, but a lot more fun. So
There
Kevin,
you go.
or yeah, Kevin, how about you?
As far as I've had 2 flights, both my takeoffs on both of them were good. The actual flights were good. It's my landing that needs a lot of work. I noticed this last time, looking at the horizon, I felt that I was getting close to the ground, so I was kind of kicking my feet. I took my eyes off the horizon and looked at the ground, and it messed me all up. So I got to remember.
As you look at the ground, you'll see the grass like flying by. And you're like, whoa! And then next thing you know, you're in the ground.
It messed me all up. So I did land on my feet, but I kept going forward and face planted. So
Yeah, he said that he was looking everything. Okay, so Kevin is textbook takeoff. I mean, his takeoffs are textbook, absolutely perfect inflation. He looks at his wing tips. He goes forward and takes off perfectly. He flies textbook. He pulls right, leans right, looks right. I mean, does everything textbook. This last time when he came in, he was looking at the horizon. 1 foot was up. He was doing great. Then he glanced down, and that's where he said that his feet started going a million miles an hour because I think that my feet are right there, but apparently he was like 10 feet up.
Yeah.
And he was running and running and running midair. It's like, I don't know what to do. And that's one it is. You got to look forward, unfortunately, when
I
you
get scared that I'm going to break too soon. So I always wait late because I don't want to do the whole ballooning thing. So I always flare really close to the ground. And sometimes my cage will barely bump the ground. And I'm like, man, I need to do this a little higher. I just don't want to land. I don't want to balloon up too early and then come crashing down 10 feet.
It's still hard to balloon up because when you're pulling down, depending on what wing you have, it takes a lot of pressure to pull down. If you're really, really a light person, with a bigger wing, it's possible to balloon up, right? If with you, I don't think that you'd have any problem because you got a Most 185, you got a 27-meter wing,
27, yep.
right? So with you coming in and flaring, I don't think that you'd balloon up at all.
I've ballooned a little bit. I don't balloon much, but it comes up just a little bit. But I'm never, and then I just end up coming down on the ground. I'd maybe drop 2 feet, but I'm not. It's not like I'll balloon and then I just keep going. I try to stall out until the end and then I flare the rest of the way.
Yeah, because you can, as you're pulling your brakes, you can actually stay 2 inches above the ground as you're slowing down and not even touch the ground. So once you get that, when you're flaring, right, and here's the ground, you can flare and bleed off all that energy 1 inch above the ground. And at that last moment, you're just stepping off. Obviously, it takes some time to do that. But the ballooning part is when you just pull down too quickly, right? So as you're flaring, just flare a little bit slower and try to air brake yourself. And then that last foot or two to flare is when you flare and then just step off.
That's my problem. I try doing it slow to feel when it's going to grab. By the time that I get to where it starts to feel the grab, I'm already hitting the ground. So it's like I need to go fast a little bit just to get to the point where it starts. I probably need to take that much off my brake lines. I have to get way down before
take a wrap before you come in. So you have
that, but it's such a pain in the butt to wrap, and then you got your throttle right there. It's like I'm gonna wrap it around my throttle, end up romping the gas because I took a wrap.
Are you not already off? Did you already?
Yeah, usually yeah, you're right. I usually turn the motor
kill
off.
it, take the wrap, and then your last 50, 40 feet. After you kill it and take that wrap, because at 40, 50 feet, if you have enough glide slope, right? So if that's the case, then kill it, do your wrap. That way you don't have to worry about your throttle, and then when you come in, you have so much more flare. I mean, you got about 6 inches more, or 6 to 9 inches of flare.
That's what I need.
Taking
Another
that
6
wrap.
inches.
What does that mean? Take a wrap. What's that mean?
So for example, let's go ahead and I'm just going to grab one of these cables that are here. So if you are flying and this is, your brake toggle,
invisible,
right? Your invisible brake toggle. Can you see that right there? Right.
Yeah.
So what you do, so if you flare from here, right, you have this much room to flare.
Right.
But if you take a wrap, now watch this. Look at how much extra flare you actually have now. When you with that one wrap, you have about 6 to 8 inches of more flare authority if you take that wrap. So that's something you can do if you're getting ready, or if you're having that little bit of issue like you're having where you flare too much.
I'm almost past my waist before it even starts to flare.
I get it.
And so I have nothing left. By the time it's grabbing, I have literally no room left to get the rest of my flare. And I'm like, dude, I either need to shorten my lines or either take a wrap. I guess would be the only way to fix that.
Yeah, taking a wrap that, I mean, I take a wrap every time just because, if I need the extra flare, I got it. If not, sometimes there's some sink at the very end, right? So you coming in, you're doing great. All of a sudden it wants to sink. Well, now I got that extra 6 inches or 8 inches to flare, and it keeps me from busting myself on the ground. So that's actually saved me a couple times with sink at the very end. And
the Charger 2, that Mac Charger 2, it didn't have that problem. When I was here, that's when I could feel it. It was already flaring, but that BGD Magic, man, I'm way down before it even starts to grab.
So. Okay.
All right. Well,
all right, Will fly.
It's almost 9 o'clock. It looks like Will's got to go. Shane left us. Kevin looks like he's falling asleep.
I know.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, all that stuff, because we ain't gonna see y'all next year. How about that?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so yeah, we're not going to do any more. This is it for this year. Hunter, anything? Because I know you've been sitting there. I know that you've been enjoying this, but is there anything that you wanted to say? You can jump in anytime, buddy.
Yeah, you've been so quiet.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just here and listening and learning.
Like a sponge, just soaking it all in.
Right.
There you go. Oh, that's what it is. You know what it is, Will? He's starstruck. That's what it is. he's on the panel with all of us, so. And
he's looking at Will, going, "I want to be like Will fly."
I'm sorry, man. If that's your goal, man, I'm really sorry for it.
Oh, Hunter, I'm so glad.
Just like Will.
I'm so glad that you were able to hang out with us, Hunter. Kevin, so glad that you're able to hang out with us. Scuba Steve, Will Fly, Lynn Anderson, you guys are amazing and love you all. You are amazing. Thank you so much for making this last 4 seasons incredible. This next 5th season, hopefully, it's going to be even better. It's all going to be underneath the nonprofit. And anybody that wants to be on the show, please get up with Linda Anderson or anybody else that's on the panel. We'd love to have you on, talk about paramotoring or anything like that. It looks like I'm Santa in his underwear in the workshop, and I kind of am.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
hope you got your hat.
Yeah, my Marine Corps hat.
Next year is go to the fly-in season.
Yes, every fly-in that I'm able to go to, I'm going to go to every single freaking fly-in.
Heck yeah.
Have
January's looking really good. We got a full month of guests on
for Gauge. Linda, we need to get up with Will and Scuba Steve, figure out where the fly-ins are so we don't accidentally get guests for fly-in days.
Oh yeah, I can just pull it up on the event calendar or whatever.
Yeah. Fly for Gauge should be March 21st through the 24th, I do believe.
Yep. Bowling Green, Florida. Oh, one other thing, if you live in the Southeast and you fly, check out Southeast Paramotor Group on Facebook. Good place to get some information.
If you want to, Will, we can put that on the description below so people can just click the link if you want.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just send me that link and I'll put it on there for you.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I will. Yeah. I'll put it in the guest chat.
No, Will.
Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick before we go, Linda has a couple of is going to tell us who's going to be coming up in January.
Yeah. I got my calendar's full and I'm working on February. Started work. I was telling Sean I'm working on February now. I was talking to a couple people today or DM'd a couple people or whatever. Actually, so New Year's Day, we're not having a show, correct?
Correct.
Okay. No show. Okay. So on the 8th, we're on. I got Sean and Rachel Hayden are gonna come on so he can talk about, what happened and everything. He said he was all good with it. And then the 15th, we got Brian Goff with Parajet. And he's pretty excited about being on the show. So that's gonna be a fun one. And then the 22nd, we got Kenny Shatner from Pennsylvania.
Nice.
PPG, Pennsylvania. And the 29th, we have Derek Weir, who is he's actually from Ireland. And he's going to he's gonna jump on. He's really excited about it. So yeah, we got a good month coming up and got some surprises for February. I'm working on that now.
Glenn, somebody in super chat, we just had somebody on the show that has a school in South Dakota. I can't remember the name of the school.
605 paramotor.
That's it. 605 paramotor. Look up that, Glenn. 605 paramotor is a school in South Dakota.
Yeah.
So you want to learn PPG there? Boom, there you go.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, he just on. Yeah, he was just on our show.
Yeah, that's how I couldn't remember. But that, Sean, it's 605 paramotor. That's it.
Yeah. I see him on Facebook. Yeah, he's on Facebook.
Yeah, look him up on Facebook, 605
Yeah.
paramotor. I think their website's the same, but I could be wrong.
All right.
Yep.
Will said he's got to go. So Will,
All right.
this is your 2 minutes of fame. Let us know all about you, your .coms, and we'll catch you next year.
All right, man. Well, I fly paramotors and I like to make videos about it. So if you want to see my shenanigans, you can head over to willflyppg.com or go to YouTube and search for Will Fly. You should find me there. But,
Excellent.
Hey, I hope everybody has an awesome and safe holiday. And I'm looking forward to seeing some good video of some Christmas flights.
Absolutely. Good deal.
Ooh.
Will Fly, thank you so
Christmas.
much for everything you've done. He's a treasure for Run to the Sky nonprofit. He helps us behind the scenes here more than you know. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, Will, for everything you do for the show, for the community, and definitely appreciate your friendship, buddy.
Me too, man. It's, what do you say? It's reciprocated. I don't know. The feeling's mutual is what I'm trying
Excellent.
to say. Have a good night, y'all.
All right. Night, Will.
I go.
All
I
right.
have to thank all my chatters are in the chat. Are they still got the chatters in the chat room? And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hang with us. We so appreciate you, and we so appreciate you following us for the last year. Much love. You know, I appreciate all you guys. I love my panel, and just, you know, every time we get a guest on, it's another friend, a para friend, and it's awesome. So.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I really appreciate everybody, and I appreciate my chatters and listeners for being with us on Mondays, and looking forward to a good 2024.
Absolutely. And thank you
Bigger
very
and
much,
better than
Linda.
ever.
And very much, thank you very much, Linda, for everything you do behind the scenes. Not only are you the PR for the show here, but you are also part of the nonprofit group that helps us a lot. So thank you for all the things that you do behind the scenes that nobody knows about. Linda does a lot. So thank you so much, Linda. We appreciate you, and lots of hearts for you too.
Appreciate you guys. Like I say, it takes a village.
It does. We are a village. And Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve, you've been here all year long with us.
I know. It doesn't even seem like it's been a year. And in paramotor years, that's like 10 years right there.
Yeah, at least 20.
I know you and Munchkin are like my pair. You're my pair family. You and Munchkin. You are.
Yeah, I do a show every Friday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. You can find me, go to paramotordude.com, which I think is still a valid link. That'll take you to my YouTube channel, and I got a playlist for my paramotor videos. Feel free to watch them, all my mistakes and triumphs. Most of them are on there. Some of them are on my Facebook page. But we just talk about paramotors and vaping. Sooner or later, I'm going to separate those. I don't know. I made another channel, and I haven't posted anything there, so that's my own fault. But yeah, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. Look forward to next year, because I'm going to get to go to some fly-ins and meet some of these people that's actually on the panel, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see what happens next year. I'm looking forward to it.
There you go. There you go. I know where I'm going to be in May.
May is bad apples, though. And then we have a fly-in here, so it's like, ooh, bad apples are close to the house. Bad apples is bigger.
Bad apples. I know. Definitely bad apples, right?
That's my home state. It's almost like I gotta go there. You gotta go to Georgia.
For sure. Hunter, you've been here. You've been hanging out with us now so far since you've been on the show. You've been on the panel every single time.
Yeah. Since last week.
Hopefully you'll be here
next year.
and hang with us. We definitely appreciate it. So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and all that stuff. You got your spotlight, man. Go.
Yeah, I'm a dyno tuner here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and we sell parts for race cars, and we do a bunch of drag racing and stuff like that here in Wisconsin. And I'm a recent paramotor pilot that has a couple hours under my belt now that I've been documenting on my YouTube channel, Hunter Tuned. So go check it out. I have a playlist as well for all my paramotor videos, and I've had a blast so far.
Glenn, I know you're saying, is Hunter shy or just quiet? He's quiet right now. Go to his YouTube channel. He's not.
No, yeah, I'm not quiet. I'm just absorbing tonight. That's all.
Hey, that's good to absorb. That's what's great about this show. You can sit here and learn stuff, and it just keeps stuff fresh in your mind so that you don't make mistakes in the future. I mean,
I was talkative last week.
Yeah.
Yes, you were very talkative.
That was fun last week, though. That was fun.
Yeah, you basically took over the
every
entire
time.
show last week with all your talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and starting next year, he's going to fly a mile high. I see it coming.
I know. I can't wait. Every time I go out, I just want to get higher and higher.
You're doing it,
Really
man,
good.
and you're making awesome progress. Which I'm like, damn, he's just like taking it to the. He's like, screw it, I'm going this high this time, and he just does it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
See, now Kevin will be saying, when I grow up, I want to be like Hunter.
Well, I think he's already went higher than I have. Second flight.
I was right where Kevin was, so I know exactly. I mean, like I said, I only had 3 flights while I was training. So, and then I got my own equipment, and I basically was on my own. So, I think the way that Kevin's doing, it's even better because each time that he has gotten to fly, which is only twice, but it's spanned out. So he's had time to think about it and then, perfect on what he did from the time before to now. And it's going to just absorb that much better for him to become an awesome pilot in the future.
And and what do we do, Kevin? Kevin, when you come over here, what do we do? It's not all about flying and stuff, but man, we're just talking about paramotors. We're looking at paramotors. We're watching advanced paramotor stuff. I mean, it's all about paramotors. We don't talk about anything else but paramotors.
Pretty much. That's it.
It sinks in. I mean, it's amazing. Stuff just clicks. It's like, oh yeah, I got to do this and I got to do that. It just becomes a habit, and then it saves you from making mistakes that could cost you your life. So it's really important, especially your checklist, your pre-fight checklist. It's really important. The flying part's easy, really. It's the taking off and landing. That's the hardest stuff you're going to do.
A lot of people say that takeoff, nil wind or forward inflations are really hard. Kevin has them down to a science. I mean, he takes off textbook every single time.
Awesome.
You gotta, I mean, I think what it is, most people that try to take off, especially in nil wind, don't give it enough juice. They're expecting that wind to help the wing up. I go for it, man. When I go forward,
you gotta hit that thing.
You gotta hit it. Now, if there's a lot of wind, you don't want to do that because it will yank you back on your ass. I've already had that happen. If you try to do that in like 8 mile an hour wind, boom, it's going to pull you right back on your butt.
That's why you do reverses in 8 mile.
Yeah, reverse, exactly. Well, that was my second flight. I was sure I can do forward, and I was just like, too much wind.
Yep. All right.
I have a trike, Glenn.
Anybody else have anything? If not, it's after 9 o'clock my time.
Oh wow, we went that long. Goodness.
We went 2 hours on our 1 hour show.
I know it. Don't it always happen?
Super fun. This was super
I don't
fun.
think. I mean, I don't think that we'll ever just go 1 hour. I mean, I really try. Yeah, I do, but it's just so fun. You know?
Yeah.
If it snows here, it'd be awesome. I'd love to fly above the snow, but I just can't see it happening. Besides me going up north somewhere. Oh yeah, I can fly in the snow now. That's about the only way. I know Hunter's going to get to do it because he's going to get some snow.
I'm not looking forward to it. It's been really warm here, typically, compared to what winters normally are here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have
snow.
a warm winter, a warm Christmas. Last year we had a ton of snow. And this year, yeah, we're hardly getting any snow for Christmas.
Yeah, global warming is kind of nice during the wintertime.
So far, we'll see. You go
Yeah.
get
So
some
crazy.
snow. It's
I
coming.
think January it's going to flip flop.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think January, February is going to be really
Okay.
bitter cold. So I'm really glad I was able to get up and do lots of flying this last month.
Yep,
When
Mother
it's
Nature is going to say,
60
just kidding.
degrees ish, 60 and 70 degrees during December. I'm okay with that.
Oh no, no 60s here. We might get 50 something tops. So
45, that's like like hoodie weather here in Michigan when it gets to 45, 50 degrees.
Yeah, I'm going suntanning if it's over 40.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get my
It's in,
Exactly.
it's in the 40s. I'm wearing my shorties for sure. All right, guys.
Okay.
Had a blast. Thank you so much, everybody. Once again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays.
Thanks,
Whatever you
guys.
celebrate. I hope you
Thank
have
you,
an amazing
everybody.
celebration. Spend time with the family because that's what it's all about. But if you're
Yep.
able to get out there and run into the sky, man, that is just so incredible. So peace out. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you next year.
Everybody, thank you.
Season 5 in 2024.
oh Lord.
Much love. Bye.
Unbelievable.
2024.
Much love. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, it works. There it goes. There it goes. I
Oh,
love it. Love it. Love it.
only Sean can do it. I don't know.
It's a grandpa thing.
Oh gosh.